Have you ever tried to do something and failed? Maybe you tried to ride a bike and fell. Maybe you tried to bake a cake and it burned. Everyone experiences failure. It is a normal part of life. No one is successful all the time. The most successful people you know have failed many times. They just did not let failure stop them. Failure is not the end of your story. It is simply a part of the journey. It happens to every single person, in big ways and small ways, every single day. Think about a baby learning to walk. Does the baby stand up and walk perfectly on the first try? Of course not. The baby falls down again and again. They might cry a little, but they always get back up. They keep trying. They do not think, walking is not for me. They just keep going until they can do it. This is a powerful lesson. Failure is a teacher, not a final grade. It shows us where we need to put in more effort and where we need to try a different approach. We often see the final success of others. We see the amazing painting, the winning goal, or the successful business. We do not see the hundreds of failed attempts that came before it. We do not see the messy canvases, the missed shots, or the failed ideas. Because we only see the victory, we start to believe that success comes easily to others. This is a big mistake. Success is built on a mountain of failures. Each failure is a lesson that gets you closer to your goal. So the first step is to change how we think about failure. It is not a sign that you are not good enough. It is not a sign that you should stop. It is a sign that you are trying. It is a sign that you are pushing yourself to do something new and challenging. When you see failure as a normal event, like the sun rising or the seasons changing, it loses its power over you. You can look at it, learn from it, and then move forward with more knowledge and strength than you had before. One of the biggest reasons people fail is simple. They give up too soon. They start something with a lot of excitement. They are full of energy and hope. But when they hit the first obstacle, they stop. They expect the path to be smooth and easy. When it gets hard, they decide it is impossible. True success takes time and effort. It takes grit. Grit is the ability to stick with something for a very long time, even when it is difficult. It is about playing the long game. Imagine someone wants to learn the guitar. They buy a new guitar and a lesson book. For the first few days, it is fun. But soon, their fingers hurt. The chords sound wrong. They cannot play their favorite song. This is the hard part. Many people stop here. They put the guitar in the closet and say, "I am not musical." The person who succeeds is the one who keeps practicing, even for just 10 minutes a day. They push through the finger pain. They know that progress is slow. This happens in all parts of life. Someone starts a new diet and exercise plan. After 1 week, they do not see a big change on the scale. They feel discouraged. They quit and go back to their old habits. They were just at the beginning of their journey. Real change requires consistency over months, not days. The effort you put in today might not show a result tomorrow, but it is building toward a bigger result in the future. Patience is a key part of perseverance. Quitting early is like planting a seed and then digging it up every day to see if it has grown. You have to give it time. You have to water it and trust the process. The next time you feel like giving up, remember the guitar player and the dieter. Remind yourself that the middle part of any journey is often the hardest. This is the moment where most people stop. If you can keep going, you are already ahead of most people. You are showing grit. You are on the path to success. Another major reason for failure is the fear of making mistakes. This fear can be so strong that it stops people from even trying. They think, what if I look stupid? Or what if people laugh at me? They are so worried about looking bad that they choose to do nothing at all. But if you never try, you can never succeed. Staying in your comfort zone feels safe, but nothing ever grows there. The only way to truly fail is to never even start the race. Think about learning a new language. To become fluent, you have to speak. You will make many mistakes. You will use the wrong word. You will say a sentence that makes no sense. This is a necessary part of learning. The person who is too afraid to speak will never learn. The person who bravely makes mistakes, gets corrected, and tries again is the one who will eventually have a conversation. Mistakes are not just possible, they are essential. They are proof that you are trying. This fear of mistakes often comes from our school days. We were taught that the goal was to get the right answer. A red X on our paper felt like a failure. But life is not a multiple choice test. In life, the most important lessons come from the things we get wrong. The Wright brothers did not invent a perfect airplane on their first try. They crashed many times. Each crash taught them something new about flight. Their mistakes were the key to their success. To overcome this fear, you must see mistakes as data. They are not a judgment of your worth. They are simply information. When you make a mistake, do not get upset. Instead, get curious. Ask yourself, what happened here? And what can I do differently next time? When you start to see mistakes as helpful clues instead of signs of failure, you will be free. You will be free to try new things, to be bold, and to grow in ways you never thought possible. Failure is not always a bad thing. In fact, it can be your greatest advantage if you learn how to use it. Every time you fail, you get an opportunity to learn. You discover what does not work. This is incredibly valuable information. It helps you change your plan and try a better way. People who fail and then quit learn nothing. People who fail and then reflect become stronger, smarter, and more resilient. They turn their stumbles into stepping stones that lead to success. Consider a scientist working on a new medicine. They might test 100 different combinations that do not work. Is that 100 failures? No. That is 100 steps toward finding the one combination that does work. Each failed experiment teaches them something and guides their next attempt. They are not failing, they are learning. This mindset is crucial. Failure is only a permanent state if you stop learning from the experience and give up completely. So, how can you learn from your failures? After you experience a setback, take some time to think. Be honest with yourself. What went wrong? What was in your control? What was not? What could you do differently next time? Write these things down. Make a new plan based on what you learned. This simple act of reflection is what separates successful people from those who stay stuck. It is an active process. You must engage with your failure to get the lesson from it. As we stand here at the end of 2025, looking toward a new year, let this be your new belief. Believe in your ability to keep going. Believe that you can learn and grow from every mistake. Do not be afraid to fail. Be afraid of not trying. Every time you fall, get back up. Every time you make a mistake, learn from it. Your journey will be full of challenges, but your grit will see you through. Failure is not your identity. It is just practice for your eventual success.